We're about to give you the most useful relationship advice that you've never heard. Since you won't learn about this at the bookstore or in a seminar, you will find it all here for you to replay and share.
So this is what we did before doing the hard but necessary work to change our mindsets. We had to learn early on from our past relationship mistakes and work to improve our interpersonal skills. All of this talk today about becoming the best versions of yourselves, well, it's time to put that into action.
Speaking of action, the first tip is to seek peace and calm. How can we make the relationship calm and a source of comfort in this chaotic world? Here's something that worked with us. Pick a time during the evening before bed or when it's most convenient to just talk or be present with each other. I get it. Life is busy, so time block if necessary. Find something that works and resonates with both of you. Oh, and don't forget, no TV or kids running around in the background. This is a time for peace because when life throws those curveballs at you, and they will, you both will be better equipped at dealing with those inevitable stressors accordingly. You'll be united, not divided.
So, a story about us. Another thing we did early on in the relationship, we knew we had to fix our internal thermostats, our anger meters, if you will. Instead of being nitpicky about every little annoyance, we chose not to argue about those little things and saved our energy for the bigger, more important issues. We had to unlearn some unhelpful and unhealthy ways of dealing with our anger. But controlling our anger and not allowing anger to control us has paid off immensely. Even during our most heated arguments, what I learned from my past mistakes was not to go for the low blows. I was all about winning the argument, even if I knew I was wrong. But again, it is about maintaining the peace in the relationship for both of your sakes and admitting to those mistakes.
The second tip, don't reject your partner. Initially, looks do matter. Anyone who says otherwise is lying, but looks do fade. And many times, what is most important is their heart and soul. This is what sustains a healthy relationship, especially if you plan on going a long distance with your partner. I get it. Attractiveness and sex appeal are what we all want initially. As we get older, we want substance, not looks. We realize that we aren't the same physically or mentally when we first met. For example, his hairline has receded and I'm no longer skinny mini. Although we don't look the same, although personally I think he looks much better, what outshines the physical is the act of the will. In this case, constantly seeking the good of the other. It's about being selfless and not selfish. That's what has helped us keep this great in the 13 years we've been together.
Exactly. The world already does a good enough job of putting us down. So the third bit of information, keep the arguments between the two of you. I had to learn early on in the dating relationship that posting our drama on social media or telling secrets to family was spineless, attention-seeking, and just immature. Plus, it creates rifts. But above all, I would say it's a form of betrayal, betraying your partner's trust. The consequence of this is that lack of trust being broken. Nobody needs to know about our dirty laundry. Of course, if you have a trusted, wise mentor or a life coach, you most certainly can and should seek out their help.
Before we go on to the next piece of information, to sustain your current or future relationship, check out our website, brutallyhonestrelationshipcoaches.com, all together. And check out the invaluable information from our in-depth blogs, our courses that are in development, and how to book a session with us.
Now, on to our next bit. Choose to love each other. Words evolve and develop, but the humanity of feelings is universal no matter the year we live in. One of the buzzwords that we hear lately is often used, it's called limerence, or as it was first explained to me, good old-fashioned puppy love. If you've ever felt that love where you lose your appetite and out of nowhere you become that poet or singer, comes out of nowhere, yeah, you've been in love.
But all of the novelty of the relationship fades. There's relationship stages. This is when you may start telling yourself that you're not as passionate as you used to be when compared to early on in the relationship. Take note, this is a danger sign because where you may not like things, this is where infidelity or checking out to, is the grass really greener? As humans, we're programmed and wired to want and chase the novelty.
That's a great point. On the opposite extreme, that's also time where you're mature, where you mature in love for each other. It's true, your emotions won't be the same as they were a year ago or so, or when you first met, but neither will your partners.
As time goes on, your relationship will shift and evolve, becoming more committed to one another during times of stress as you grow maturely together. It's like a deeper love.
So when you're going through a tough time and could use some company, how much time you spend together will actually vary, and that's okay.
If you or someone you know wants a community of support, you need to check out our Facebook group, Brutally Honest Relationships, Tips and Support. We are growing, but here you can get advice, encouragement, share your own experiences and insights, and help others.
And now for the most surprising but last bit of advice. Compliment your partner in front of others, with a mixture of poking fun of each other in a non-mean way, of course.
Let's unpack this. Let's say you're on a double date with another couple. It's always a good idea to boast about your significant other. Maybe your partner competed in a marathon, even if they finished dead last. Celebrate the fact that he or she participated in the first place.
Or perhaps your wife makes some killer Gordon Ramsay quality quesadillas. You need to brag about her to others.
It is also cool to find out about your friends' accomplishments and quirks.
So friends, as we wrap up, let's say you are in a relationship, not in a relationship, or in one of those weird, it's complicated, situational type of arrangements. Trying any one of these techniques, finding the peace in every moment, not rejecting your partner, keeping your arguments between the two of you, making the committed choice to love each other daily, and finally bragging on your partner, you will find that your relationships will be more fulfilling and less of a competition, but more of a joint team effort to the finish line.
Let us know what you are going to try in the comments below. As always, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and share the video with others. See you soon.